So I am currently in front of one of the vents. That is correct. One of the vents of Fumarole Pisciarelli. The main vent is actually over here. You could actually see the steam plume rising really high into the sky, like hundreds and hundreds of feet. That's over like 400 meters, about 1,000 feet high. That is very high up. I mean, look how it just rises and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes up to like about that cloud right there, that little star there. So this is a major, very active fumarole right here too. I mean, look how quickly it's rising. So I put my hand right here. Look, watch this. Oof. Yeah, it reeks of sulfur. Yep, a lot of sulfur. It's water vapor and sulfur. It's not just sulfur, it's also water vapor. It's sulfur water vapor mix. So it's sulfur and water vapor. So it's definitely hydrothermal, but it's also volcanic. There's also volcanic gases coming out as well. So that is a little bit concerning. This is definitely raising the stakes of a phreatic eruption, because when you have so much gases that are trapped and all the steam, because you're still getting uplift. We're still getting uplift despite all this outgassing. That means more gas is building up than is being vented out. The reason for that is there's a lot of magma coming into the chamber that's under Campi Flegrei. Or the chamber is pressurizing more than it can release magma. You want the volcano to depressurize. You want it to subside. You want the volcano to calm down. I mean, if this gets blocked, a blue jacket. I don't do giveaways, but I mean, yeah, you could just buy a blue jacket online. There's a lot of them. Amazon, places like that, DKNY. All right, so right now, I'm in front of one of the vents of this very, very active thermal area. In fact, there was a hotel here called Tennis Hotel. Oh my God, I just smelled a really, really strong burst of sulfur. Yep. Oh my God, this is emitting so much sulfur. Holy crap. That is a lot of sulfur being emitted. But that's also water vapor too, so. No, I am actually in Campi Flegrei. This is not Iceland, this is Italy. This is the volcano that basically destroyed the Neanderthals 40,000 years ago. Produced a super eruption. This fumarole right here is very, very dangerous. I mean, not fumarole. This volcano is very, very dangerous. Right now, thankfully, the volcano has calmed down. The uplift has subsided, and the number of earthquakes subsided as well. But this is a trend that's going on. Where have you been, Acefla? Let me see. I'm in Italy right now. I'm in a place called Pozzuoli in the Pisciarelli area. Let me see. Don't worry, look, see? Look, I'm not near it, see? It's above me. All the gases are going up. It's nice. If you touch it, it's really warm too. But you can see some of the sulfur deposits here. See? See what they did? They put this up here as a means to stop the gases from escaping. But you can see the very green sulfur deposits here. No, this is not lava. This volcano has not erupted in hundreds of years. This is sulfur deposits right here. See? They built this specifically to vent the sulfur out. Sulfur was coming out of here, but they built a little area around it so it won't go onto into the soccer fields. This place is called what is it called? Max Sporting Club. This is a sporting club here. This is a Naples sporting club right here. So again, I'm putting my hand into the steam. Yeah, a lot of sulfur. Well, what venting does, it releases some of the excess pressure from the volcano. Look at that. There's even steam coming off of this. Well, really, it's not emitting a lot of sulfur, but it definitely is emitting some sulfur. See how my hand is inside of it? Yep, it's definitely emitting sulfur. It's venting water vapor and sulfur, so this is both. But the place I went to about 4 years ago, it's on my other YouTube channel. I'm going to link it here. But look, it's a lot of sulfur. That place is actually closed off. See how it's just... I'm going to go to the other location. The one I was at last time where it's emitting more isolated sulfur. I mean, there's a lot of venting going on in this area. Almost all of the venting of this volcano is occurring here. Fumarole Pisciarelli and around Via Antiana by the Volkswagen dealership. That's about a quarter of a mile to my left, but the only way to get there is by bus and walking. So I'm gonna make my way over there now, but you can see this right here. It's been since... Actually, this area has been venting for years. We're still getting significant uplift. That's the Fumarole right there. It's the main vent. Anyway, I'm going right now. I'm leaving. I'm heading towards another area, the one I was at last time. Yeah, but this area reeks of sulfur. Geologically, like the last couple months, after the earthquake swarm of September and October, it's finally calmed down. Weather? Oh, you mean the cold? Huh. How do I handle this weather? Salt the roads, dress warm. Okay, I just turned on the flash so I can see where I'm going. That's Montespino over there. That's Agnano. We are inside the caldera, but that's not the outside part of the caldera. That's still the inner part of the caldera. No, that's Monte Spina. That's the edge of the caldera right there. The center of the caldera is still several miles more inside. We're basically near the edge of the caldera. See, they blocked it off so I can't go further. All right, I'm going to end the live stream right now. Well, I'm not going to end it. There's the fumarole I was at. Well, the vent, that's the main fumarole over there. That's the one I was at over there, little one. And even up there, there's a lot of sulfur still coming through the rocks. The thermal area is expanding. Keeps on expanding. It's getting bigger and bigger. This is emitting so much more than Yellowstone. Thing is, with Yellowstone, most of the magma is not eruptible. Most of the magma in Yellowstone is not eruptible magma. It's very cold rhyolite. Most of the magma here is eruptible. It's about 80% eruptible. Campi Flegrei could just erupt. It could decide to have a fully fledged eruption tomorrow. Yeah. In order for a volcano to erupt, you need about 30 to 40% of the magma to be eruptible. 35% is considered marginal. 50%, you can definitely get an eruption. But once you get into the category of 70, 80%, it's basically inevitable. Campi Flegrei is around that 70 to 85%. So it's inevitable. Campi Flegrei is going to erupt. The only thing is you need a trigger. You need something to trigger an eruption. Whether it being a large earthquake or a magma run. Right now, the magma in Campi Flegrei is not as viscous as Yellowstone. So you're not going to have a super eruption. You're not going to have an eruption like what you had 40,000 years ago. What you're likely to have are some lava flow, some strombolian activity, some volcanic activity. It depends on the magma type. Campi Flegrei has several different magma types. It has phonolite, which is sticky but not very explosive. It's commonly found on shield volcanoes that are slowly losing their oomph, like on Mauna Kea. You would have phonolite and trachyte. They form lava domes. Campi Flegrei also has trachyte. But in Vesuvius, which share a magma reservoir, it's erupted basalt. So the hope is that those two massive eruptions, both the Neapolitan yellow tuff and the Campanian Ingenbright eruption, has drained the large magma chamber of the volcano of its colder magma. But then you had the third Phlegraean period, which erupted a lot of magma, both explosive and effusive. They're saying that the Pozzolana, not the Neapolitan yellow tuff, but white ash, erupted in the third Phlegraean period, which ended a couple thousand years ago. If that is true, if the ash was indeed white, that's a problem, which means the magma is cold and rhyolitic. But then something changed. In 1538, you had an eruption of Monte Nuovo, which erupted a hotter magma of phonolite and possibly, I believe it was mostly phonolite and some basalt. So phonolite is basically what andesite is in terms of silica composition. The Monte Nuovo eruption happened in 1538. So roughly 485 years ago, you had an eruption of the Monte Nuovo cone. A little bit more than 485 years ago, because it happened, I believe, in the spring or summer. It was towards the end, like maybe by the fall, so about 485 years ago in some months. The Monte Nuovo eruption happened. The eruption was about a 2 on the volcanic explosivity index. The eruption was also a phreatic as well. It was a hydromagmatic, meaning it erupted both ash, rock, and lava. Sorry, both ash, lava, and water as well. It also emitted some mud, but it was definitely magmatic. And in the days leading up to the eruption, the area immediately near the eruption site was uplifted by over 50 feet in just a matter of days. Imagine 50 feet of uplift. I'm saying in the area immediately around the eruption. But the whole caldera as a whole, like especially Pozzuoli, like Rio Nitera, was uplifted by over about 100 years, was uplifted by hundreds of feet. Hundreds of feet. It was hundreds of feet of uplift. Not a few meters, but hundreds of feet. Sorry, not hundreds. There was about 13 feet of uplift, meters of uplift, before the magma moved elsewhere. So there was a magma transfer in the caldera, and the magma moved towards Monte Nuovo, where the Monte Nuovo site happened. Why couldn't it just shoot right up to the surface and just go boom and erupt? The problem still is, you have a very strong cap rock caused by the Pozzolana from the combination of the Neapolitan yellow tuff and the third Flegrei period. So the issue now is that you don't have a way for the magma to escape. But with all these uplift and subsidence cycles that you're having now, what's going on now is you have the Pozzolana weakening. And there's a lot of possibilities that could happen. Let's look back at the fumarole. Right there. That's Fumarole Pisciarelli right there. We're going to another fumarole right now. So the issue is look at that free water. God, it tastes like sulfur. Or that's probably because I put my hand in there. Yeah, you got free water there. So anyway, as I was saying, there was a magma transfer that occurred under the reservoir. All right, I'm going to end this stream and I'm going to go to another location where I'm going to collect more sulfur samples. Thank you for watching. Bye.